Alright, welcome to the spring tournament here tonight. We've got Edge and myself here in the booth with the third strongest commentary team. We're gonna see Fizzlebeef versus Sylverfyre. What do you look for tonight, Edge?
Well, right now I'm looking for the party comp breakdown, and Syl has decided to bring the White Mage, while Fizzlebeef is going for the typical speed and power quote-unquote combo. So a lot of this, I think, is going to hinge on how strong the White Magic is. If we see early fade, maybe 3 or 4, that's locked out on Fizzlebeef's side, that's going to be a very big advantage for Syl.
Yeah, Fizzle does not like White Mages. They are antithetical to speed and power, so... Oh, I don't have the chat open. I guess I'll do that.
Yeah, speed and power can only get you so far in the face of a tough Temple of Fiends, though. So, anything can happen so far. But I like the flexibility at the opening minutes here on Syl's side.
Fizzle laughs at your statement that speed and power will only get you so far.
I mean, I usually run Fizzlebeef's party, and then about half the time regret not having the White Mage. So we'll see if it's one of those halves. Alright, so the gate has been dropped, and we are off. Alright,
Harm 4.
Harm 4 and Heal 2, both pretty nice at the first level there. Fire 3 seems to be in big supply as well.
And Brack. That's a pretty good level 1 magic.
Yeah, Chain Armor also available, but I think Syl is going to check if some cheap tents are available here. And they are, so good move. I always like picking up 3 safety tents if I'm going to head up the Temple of Fiends, but you can almost always get away with 1.
Yeah, I mean, I usually want 2, but, you know, one will usually get you there.
So speed and power runs into paralysis, skeletons, and we have a silver hammer.
And a creep, but not a weirdo.
Now, what the heck is he doing there?
He does not belong there.
No, he does not. And Fizzlebeef is telling Garland that he does not belong here either. We'll get to see what our incentives are.
Urban a tail.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Both of these parties definitely benefit very much from promotion. And the herb, nice to finish out some of those fetch chains before you leave the inner sea. And the initial money is pretty nice too. Syl able to pick up a lot of extra spells and extra items, and they're gonna have to do the same thing when they get to Provoca. So having some extra cash there definitely an advantage when you have to buy spells for 3 mages.
Yeah, extra cash is just as good as money. Ooh, Kaizoku's with loot 3.
Yeah, so we had some Kaizokus. And that's going to be a reset, so so much for that tiny lead. But
Yeah,
as
I
it is
mean,
in the beginning.
probably should have used the 10. Yeah, you bought 30 of them.
Right, Mohawk guy playing nice, not blocking anybody on Sill's side.
Yeah, think I think that's cheating. Mohawk guy always should block you. But I also don't believe in having mages and melee on the same party. So.
All right, so we found the loot, we found the tail. You know those pesky. There's the cube for sale. We are just finding everything.
So were these pirates just hanging out singing a sea shanty and we came to beat them up? Took their guitar or what?
Yeah, it's like that scene in Animal House where Jim Belushi just explodes the guitar.
Hey, we got a cube as our vendor item here. It's a little pricey.
Alright, so in the Black Magic shop we have Lock and Fire 2 and Quake. So, not exactly the best magic level, but Lock always hits, so pretty nice to have that in your back pocket.
And Fizzle's got a thief, which could learn Saber if he leaves it alive. Oh, and that's a level 2 fade, so everyone gets fade today.
Yeah, and that is pretty nice for Sill, for keeping the White Mage alive. Also nice for Fizzle, because he doesn't get locked out of it. But more importantly, that ruse is night learnable. So, defense sword, not as much of a game changer this time around.
We're gonna get our Matoya check here. Maybe we'll get a canoe or not a canoe, canal, and be off to the races.
No, we could get a loose canoe too.
We could, but I was definitely intending to say canal.
Trying to cover for you, buddy.
Hey, there it is.
All right. So, Marsh Cave doesn't exist. Let's go.
What doesn't exist?
Exactly.
So drop off our herb, get some level 3 and 4 spells, and where you heading?
I think I'm gonna check those 2 chests. Well, yeah, after dropping off the herb, check those 2 chests on the way out from Dwarf Cave, and then maybe head over and do a top 5 check, depending on whatever magic that I find in Elfline level 3. You've got fades, so you can take out a large variety of the B-side trap tiles and get some extra levels.
Oh, hey, you get a canoe, so now I'm thinking you're probably going Ordeals and Waterfall.
Yeah, you can knock both of those out. Yeah, you can knock both of those out pretty quick.
And nuke. Especially if we find a warp here at level 4, then or exit. Definitely go do this.
Alright, so we have Cure 3, A-Rub, Harm 2. Always nice to have more curative magic, but that's not the level that you're looking for.
I moved my mic closer. I hope that helps. The complaint in chat was our comms were quiet.
Interesting array of black magic at level 4. We have houses and real cheap heal potions.
But not cheap houses.
And let's see where Fizzle heads, because he could always take the southern route around.
Yeah, I think I'd probably stop by the old man and then go to Waterfall myself, but not sure that's where Fizzle's going. Yeah, he's heading east. Oh, I guess he hadn't been to... Alright. I'll wake up here in a minute. Sorry. Get a level 5 white magic check. That was life and exit. And warp at level 5 too.
And you get level 3, so speed and power pretty happy. I think everybody's happy with this turn of events.
Yeah, Syl went in that shop way too fast for me to see. I saw the names, I don't know what slots they were, I don't know how fast they were, I just know they were there.
Alright, and at level 4 we have Quad X, Lit 2, Ice 2, so only one Quad X.
Yeah, you're always happy to see Quad X in the first 4 levels. No bucklers today.
So Syl is just going to head over to Crescent Lake, it appears. Where is Fizzle going? We are going to Ordeals.
Yeah, I think I would probably route Waterfall first, just because Ordeals is longer and he's only level 5, but, you know, that's not speed or power, so here we go. And I definitely would be doing what Silver is doing, which is getting her free item. Or their free item.
Yeah, that gives you a lot more information, and if this just happens to be the floater, boy, do you feel real bad after sailing to Honorak. But this is the Ruby, so 2 more items.
I don't know that I've seen any floaters from the old men this tournament. I'm sure there has been. I've watched a lot of matches, though. I don't recall seeing it there.
That tends to not happen.
I hear it's always in the waterfall. Dem chiming in that she had one. Yeah, it seems to me you either get the floater like super early or it's the very last check. It's never in the middle, and the old men I consider the middle.
Ooh, beads with fire too, so that is not a good one. Oh, following up with rub, terrific.
We got Fizzle through the maze already, and he's gotten a little bit of experience going through here. And the zombie detail is a pretty decent tile, but they ambush and are hitting a little hard for his levels.
Yeah, it seems like Fizzle is very lacking in the old armor department on those 2 characters that got hit.
And he's down to 1 now, but he's getting all the XP.
He's committed.
And that was 12k.
Run, Fizzle, run! I'm still doing a much safer play and just getting some extra levels before taking off.
Oh no, stun touch sorcerers with 4 hits. This is bad.
This is the end of the road, Fizzle. Just do not chase this.
Good call.
You were en route to being pillowed to death.
And this is another reason why I would have done the waterfall first. For one, you can take a couple fights on the river, get a little bit higher than level 5. And for 2, it's a short dungeon. It can get you the levels that can get you through this one.
Yeah, I feel like if you leave the inner sea in this flag set and you're around level 5 or something, just find a spike tile on Earth and just get some levels that way. Especially when you have like level 2 Fade. It should give you everything that you need. And plus, if you haven't done Marsh yet, you're usually still starved for money and or equipment, and you can take care of both of those just by taking out, hopefully, some of the higher level enemies that you'll find there.
Hey, you didn't get ambushed, so we got a shot.
Yeah, real big difference here. Electing to go with the Fire 2 follow-up off the Fade, and I don't know about that one.
It took 1 out, that helps. And he gets away.
Oh yeah, the FFR special.
No, the FFR special is when 1 lives, not 1 dies. Oh, Fizzle, why you take it again? Why for you do this?
We have a key in the Titan's Grove.
It's a lot of experience, but now he's quite a bit worse off for resources for the last bit here.
Yeah, this duo is also gonna have trouble with those. Are we skipping chests? Oh, we saw what was in those already. And that looked like some adamant while Fizzle picks up the crown. So,
Oh, and Luck's out for an easy tile here, so he'll get out with all of his goodies.
his ill-gotten gains.
And yeah, we're gonna see a couple of a turn in and a bunch of chests over on Sylverfyres here, I assume. That warp was expensive.
Yeah, but it is very worth it. Just having 1 charge of that alone makes Ice Caves so much nicer.
Yeah, they are definitely going to save some time.
And into the clinic, let's bring back just the fighter. No thanks, Thief.
The Thief is he's doing work. He's sleeping. Someone in the party needs to sleep. It restores magic.
And out of the Dwarven Smith fashions a fancy new doorbell out of the adamant.
Do you think it's got like a camera on it, like one of those like chime? Tia's like just checking the video, like no light warriors yet. I'm safe. Whew.
All right, send out the war mech. Yeah,
yes, send out the war mech. I love it.
Poor Fizzle losing the fighter again. And Scylla's gonna route in some key checks. I don't know if they're gonna check Canaria and Elfland area, but these 2 were very convenient and also provide good spike tiles as well.
Well, maybe good spike tiles. Could be 9 Eps, you never know. Or Sea Snakes.
You got Fade, you got Nuke. This is,
yeah. It's decent experience.
Yeah, stopping off at the seafood buffet, not a bad idea. It's a good call to use the Bane Sword as well, especially when these jerks can roll pretty high health.
Well, I don't think the fighter has the sword yet, so what else is he gonna do?
Alright, tile number 2, air.
I think I like the sea snakes better.
Oh, we'll see. They could have rolled low, but they didn't.
I mean, they're not doing any damage, so you know, one nuke and two nukes or two fades kills them. It's not bad. Early game, getting you to level 11. I don't think I'd take any more of them since they're out of fades, but it's not a bad little get. And they disagree, so here we go.
Yeah, there's another nuke charge on the table. I think after emptying the tanks on those, that would be a good time to leave.
Oh, I thought they were out. I guess I was looking at the wrong spell list. I saw the fades were out. Forgot about nuke at level 3.
Yeah, fades were out on the white mage. So level 12, pretty solid place to be before going into ordeals and or waterfall. And Fizzle is getting some of those much needed levels. 10, unfortunately 10 on the fighter and 14 on the mages. It finds a katana for that thief though.
I mean, that's not really all that bad at this point. You want higher levels on your mages early, and then higher levels on your fighter late, so...
Alright, we are going to see Canaria Treasury check as LordFizzlebeef picks up a crystal.
And there's a loose floater. That's huge.
Yeah.
And a ribbon. Go to Corneria Castle.
Yeah, this is 100% the place to be. And
It's kind of rude that the king, like, you save his daughter, and, you know, he could give you this legendary floater down in his treasury, but nah, he's just like, here, take my, what was it? A tail? I'm not sure if he gave the tail or herb.
Yeah. I'd give it to you, but I lost my keys. It's in the back room. So yeah, the way Fizzle is routing this, Crystal and Crown will likely lead him back to the inner sea. It's just a matter of is that ruby get from the sages going to happen before that? If it doesn't, that is going to hang a lot of extra time on Fizzle. And they're off. 21 minutes. Floater for Sil.
We're getting a Cardia check, and I assume Sylverfyre is gonna class change and equip some of this gear, and really be off to the races here. Fizzle is getting some decent experience though, as he walks out of waterfall. I assume Fizzle will stop by the old men on his way back up. I can't imagine he'd forget it, or at least purposely not go there. Maybe he forgets that they exist, but the item is free. Looks like he's not heading there.
Yeah, speed and power. Not gonna work out this time. He
gets a slab from Dark Elf. Not what he wants to see.
All right, and one exit charge. Time to go. And no Fizzle, you cannot have exit. You get warped. Wow, there's a loose TNT. All right.
Yeah, we've got 2 out of the 3 loose items already. That key is gating everything.
It's key.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Haha. So yeah, the longer Fizzle takes to find that key, the more time Syl is gonna rack up.
Yeah, and on top of that, Fizzle took 2 wipes, or at least 1 wipe that Syl is not going to take when they do their ordeals and waterfall checks. So Fizzle's a little bit behind here, but he can still make it up.
Fizzle with the spite nuke on the Kaizoku.
I mean, I'd probably, if he had lit 3, it would have been more justice, but I don't know. He got a rod. I hope he doesn't think he needs to go to Earth.
Yeah, follow the logic, not the recommended course of action this time around. Unless the loose is rod block, you never know.
Yeah, but even still, he needs to go talk to the old men before getting the rod.
Yeah.
I feel like, he's probably buying the cube right now.
Alright, the old provoke a high five. Still also stocking up on pro rings, so very, very good to remember where those are.
Yeah, Fizzle bought 2 as well. I take it back. He bought 3. So, Sylverfyre gonna check out ice. I don't know if do they have level 5 ward yet? I don't know what level they are.
They have level 5 exit, so I'm assuming the levels are reasonably on par. I don't remember anyone dying for an extended period of time.
Well, I'm gonna guess they're still in full clear mode since there's still 1 loose. I don't think Silver is the type to just gamble that nothing's loose down in. So, having warp or exit is all you really need to make sure it's 1 trip, right? So.
Yeah, and I think even with the just with the gear that they have alone, still looking for that endgame weapon. And we're gonna meet up in Ice Cave, and Fizzle's gonna feel real bad after this.
Yeah, I don't know if he just forgot Crescent Lake exists, or if this was some sort of gamble that he thought up before the match, but I haven't really seen him do this before. So I'm real surprised. ice is required, so there's that.
Wait, never mind. Still somewhere along the line found a
I was in
Vorpal.
Cardia.
Ah,
I think.
Sill's going through a lot in the way of spell charges, but they're in pretty good shape to still clear this. Unfortunately, the Black Mage goes down.
That's what they do. Just ask Shadow Walker if they're in chat. Black mages just die. That's all they're good for.
But of note, it seems like Life and Life 2 have landed at 7 or 8, so another benefit for bringing a White Mage here for Sill. And Sill just dips out. Not a lot more to be gained from checking the cave out.
Yeah, I mean, they've already found 2 loose. We know the other loose is not required, since they only need rod at this point, so they're, you know, they really just need to go check their incentives and they'll be on their way.
Yeah, get incentives, get some levels and go.
I think they could still use some armor, although they do have one ribbon, right?
Yeah, there's the ribbon, and you could always buy steel armor as well in a pinch. But the armory check, I can't fault them for doing that.
Yeah, thus far it's a bit of a bust, but I say as they pick up Excal. Alright.
Well, alright. The combo of Excal and Vorpal works real well endgame.
It definitely does, although I don't think we have fast or temper yet, so maybe and it's very likely or possible at this point that power is the 3rd loose. It's not necessarily any more likely than any of the other stuff, but it's a possibility. So maybe searching for a bit if we want that.
Yeah, I think your 2 options are either dig that out or get a lot more levels on the Black Mage. And I think getting more levels on both the Black and White Mage in Sill's case is pretty important, because you also need, you don't need, but you very much want life access.
And we got Fizzle coming over here doing the volcano while he's in the area. I don't hate it. unfortunately, no longer he doesn't do the old men, the worse off he is. But
Yeah, I almost feel like Fizzle has hard committed to the old men not having anything important. And this feels kind of like a tilt strategy.
yeah, and we got a water Nagas. I don't recall seeing on Sylverfyre screen. They must have skipped this chest.
Yeah, I think they skipped any of the vanilla fire chests, and they're bulky waters.
Yeah, this is one of the best tiles in the game if they don't roll like they did today. But sadly, taking 2 to 3 nukes, that's not going to be grindable.
No. And another costly wipe for Fizzle. And I understand why Fizzle, that's a lot of experience, and Fizzle definitely wanted to take that, but it's just not an option. Nightmare Evil Man, that definitely is an easier meal.
Yeah, but Silver's already level 15 and got a lot of good gear. I don't know that Nightmare Evil Men as a stationary grind is good enough for them at this point.
I think Sil can get quite a lot in the way of levels from... Oh, there's life at level 5. Alright, so life 2 is kind of out there.
Yeah, I agree that they could use some levels. I don't think that's a good enough tile to get it on, considering how high they need to go and to really get the value. That's Nightmare Evilman's kind of in my B tier, especially as a full party grind.
Yeah, I think that's one of those that if I see it, I'll take it, but I'm not gonna go chase it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take it as a stationary grind unless the XP is a bit higher than what we're at right now.
Although the double Evil Men is a lot better, but I don't know what tile that was.
Fizzle's fight with those water nagas rewarded him with a wooden stick, so the mantra never squiggle left. I think, yeah.
Yeah, that was that. After seeing how much HP was on those, that is a very inadvisable fight to take. So yeah, just the presence of the extra Evil Man on that fight gives Sil level 17. So they are making pretty good progress.
Oh, they're unrunnable, so you have to take them if you want the chest.
Yeah, I feel especially bad about this with only 2 people alive.
Looks like he's gonna... Oh, I spoke too soon. That crit, though.
Yeah. Those waters are razor sharp.
And giant.
Yeah. Fizzle definitely needs to invest in a water softener.
I'm real confused as to how they're not evaporating. I mean, we are in a volcano, but here we are.
I mean, maybe that's it. They're just boiling.
And Carrie is down. That blink and you miss it.
You got Demarine in chat saying it's hot water. Yeah, Fizzle is definitely in hot water right now. Here, take this Thor hammer.
Nope. And it looks like Syl's gonna finish out their incentive dungeons and hit go mode here in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, definitely a good move. The sooner you find out whether you need that loose item or not, the better off you are. And they're about to find out. Nope. Free and clear of it.
And, you know, the zombie tile is a pretty decent place to get a couple extra levels, so you may see him take that once or twice, blow all their fades and nukes.
Still finding a little bit of a loop while Fizzlebeef is forced to go talk to some old men.
He doesn't actually have to go talk to them. He could just be here to revive his people. I hope he realizes he hasn't talked to them yet.
The red mage is carrying right now for Fizzle. Fizzle might have to do some solo grinds to even things out here a little bit.
I mean, that is the strategy, right? Get your red mage. Oh, there's fast and temper at level 6. But get your red mage to level 50 and they just solo the game, right?
That's all you need. I mean, you can learn Saber too. It'll be great.
What can go wrong? Fizzle picking up his ruby. I expect him to go turn that in and try to play a little catch up here. He's got to have a sinking feeling that he's made a huge mistake.
Did I read that right? Is that fighter level 7?
I don't know. Trying to get a peek at his HP, that'll kind of give you a clue.
17. Okay. Going too fast. I missed a line.
It's not important. 7, 17, it's all the same number. You're good. I mean, if he does have a level 7 fighter with 416 HP, I don't know.
Just getting really lucky on those level ups.
But level 22 on the red mage. Did I miss Syl going to Waterfall, or are they not? Have they not done that yet?
They I don't think they've done it yet, but they have Oxiel, so they can finish that all in one shot.
Oh, they're turning in their crown for the slab. It's my favorite Tom Petty song, Running Down the Crown. I'm gonna kill some air. Just gonna breathe in real deep and watch it die.
Yeah, just gonna take care of some dead air here. So yeah, this is looking like Syl will finish out the slab chain. Probably get one of those incentive items, or yeah, one of those unnecessary incentive items, but if it turns out to be the power gauntlet, not a bad get.
That's a pretty good power gauntlet at this point. Although we do know fast and temper are level 6, so if silver goes back there, they are going to have both those.
So yeah, just chewing up air here.
How does one chew air? Fizzlebeef down to just the red mage right before carry. That feels... Ugh.
It keeps happening. Solo red mage strats.
Yeah, put the gold bracelet. There you go.
Just put the gold bracelet on and 3 pro rings and you'll be fine. Oh my god.
Ah, good turn order. That was... oof.
So, more levels on the red mage. But yeah, it's been real smooth sailing for Syl, and it has been the exact opposite for Fizzlebeef right now.
Yeah, it feels bad. This is... We've all had runs go where you just make the absolute wrong decision, or things just keep happening like that.
God, wow.
And Silver did get the power gauntlet, so as soon as they do waterfall, they are going to make short work of the seed.
Syl also picking up heal 3. Now, one charge of that could make a difference. You never know if you know, a double nuclear is going to show up.
Yeah, at this point, if you're a LordFizzlebeef fan, you are hoping for the biggest of Tophers, because he's gonna have quite the gap here. Gonna, I don't know, I would bet hour and a half, hour 45 minute finish for him, and Syl's probably gonna be looking hour 15ish.
Yeah, Syl is absolutely cruising now, and Waterfall's the last piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, they may be even a little faster. They may be more like hour 10. Because they're 30, I don't know, maybe a minute and a half away from not opening any more chests.
Yeah, and it's important to note, with 2 players at 3 and 2, this has a lot of implications as far as the playoff picture. If Syl wins, they move straight into the play-in race, and if they lose, they drop to the last chance qualifier, which is that is a most uncomfortable race, as anyone could tell you.
Indeed, and if I was at 3 and 3, I wouldn't want either of these 2 runners to be in that race with me.
Yeah. But as things stand right now, Fizzle is looking at the wrong end of that equation, unless Unless something seriously changes. Alright, so there's Katana. And there's the crystal. And a giant pile of money.
That we do not need.
Oh, absolutely not.
Alright, Fizzle avoiding the earth trap. And gonna go find his loose items.
And Syl is leaving the area. I can't really blame them for that. The information of knowing you're in go mode is just worth that much more.
Yeah, this will allow them to not take any more chests that they don't have to. And sylverfyre is officially in go mode.
Yeah, and the benefit of this is Syl doesn't have to open any of the chests on the Kraken side, and that will save them a lot of time. So yeah, go mode in the same minute, despite this crazy divergence. What a game.
Yeah, but if Fizzle doesn't check Corneria, he's going to be a little slower routing the overworld. Well, looks like he's going to head over there and do it. So that way he can turn in his tail and use that X-Cow burning a hole in his pocket. Oh, and he needs one of those, so...
It's the incentive ribbon. Hey, wait.
Wrong gear edge.
Oh, my bad. That room was absolutely stacked. Floater, ribbon, pro ring.
Yeah, 10k pro ring at that. Those were not cheap.
Yeah, Syl with the red mage in front. I wonder if, just doing a 3-person run through sea and air would give the black mage enough levels. I feel like the red mage doesn't need very much more in the way of levels, if any at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure what level that red mage is, but he's not your life caster, that's your white, so you want your levels on your white mage to get out of nuke range. You want your levels on your black mage to get more fast and temper charges, especially since those two share a level.
Alright, Fizzle clearly not happy with the old equipment layout. You're gonna open some more chests in Dragonland, and there's your Vorpal.
Too bad he's already been in the volcano, we can't throw it in there.
Oh, there's always the sky window.
And there's something happening. Under 350 HP Lich. Seems about right.
By God, that Lich had a family.
Wait, can Liches reproduce?
No, Well, I mean, I assume they had a family at one point. It could have just been an eternal bachelor lich. Alright, heads up play to check these magic shops. Invis 2, pretty good.
Nah, don't need it. Evasion? We don't need no stinking evasion.
Yeah, that is true. We found ruse, but no white shirt.
Yeah, I just wanted to make the badgers we don't need no stinking badgers joke, but that's fair.
Oh, I missed it. I love that scene too. So yeah, Fizzle is now hurtling towards the conclusion of the scene. And I think we are very likely to only see the contents of 5 more chests before we get to Temple of Fiends.
5, huh? You think 0 chests and Sky?
Yeah, I'm thinking Fizzle will feel far enough behind that go mode is important.
Yeah, I think Silver is probably going to take some more chests. Also, I feel like we're on like that Name That Tune, like, I can get to Topher in 5 chests. Go to Topher!
And then I walk in with an ice sword and 5 tempers and just die.
I see you have played FFR before.
Yeah, then I complain about weapon fixes all day. Alright, some okay stuff, but not really what you're looking for.
I mean, we got lots of microwave Ronald Sags. They have a McDonald's under here. Ronald Sag is there. It's the Sea Shrines McDonald's mascot.
I guess it's not being run very well, which is why it's underwater.
That was like I see your bad joke and gonna raise it another bad joke. And I approve. Oh, who had Stone Touch?
It's not Stone Touch, it was Glance, so... Once again, the fighter missing out on valuable experience.
He didn't even have to touch me, he just looked at him weird. Turned his nose.
Just gave him the evil eye. That red mage is just not gonna die.
I mean, that's how it goes whenever I try to kill somebody off this late in the seed. They're just like, no. And then I'll move them back down to like the second slot, and they just blow up immediately. And you're just like, what? Alright, FFR, thanks.
Oh no, it's their
my gosh.
Mage again, he's out of softs!
What can go wrong? Answer, everything.
Fizzle, please. But still successfully lights the water orb.
I mean, at this point, he may as well just, go grind that red mage to 50 and not bring them back. Just, let's see what the seed wanted. Because that's what the seed wants. Oh, you gotta love those level 7 black magic. Hold and stun. Yeah, cure, mute. Man, Gaia level 7, that is where all the good spells are.
Yeah, that does not feel so good at all. And yeah, Lobsters doing lobster things.
Life 2's at level 8. He's not just a Fateman, he's also a Nukeman.
Alright. Heads up pickup of both Cure 4 and Wall, Temper and Fast, pretty crucial to get as well.
Yeah, they are really set as far as resources and gear. They could use another ribbon.
Oh, Fizzle gets the brick!
And, you know, any newer players out there, take note of how Fizzle fought that. He got his ruses up, he's cracking one, he's got one character. He's basically got one shot here. He did not miss his opportunity. It was a once in a lifetime. I don't know enough words to that song to continue.
Truly, the story of the game, the heroic Red Mage. And, of course, there's no soft potions in either Onrak or the Caravan.
No, he's committed. He's got this. Solo Red Mage, go. What we didn't know is we replaced Fizzle's seed with a challenge seed. We're trying to see if he'll notice.
Yay! There's the softs. He's buying 20 of them.
Yeah, he's probably a little mad. That is some rage soft buying.
Alright, so following in Syl's footsteps, here comes Fizzle up the Mirage Tower. So Fizzle definitely realizing the time is now to step on the gas. But Syl with that 2-orb lead and that really decked out White Mage, it's gonna have to be an extremely rude Temple of Fiends to flip things on its head. Or the old 3 and 256.
Isn't that the FFR special? There's so many FFR specials. I don't know how many times I've been zapped through a ribbon. My favorite is when your character with a ribbon gets hit and no one else.
Like, how many times have you seen silly things like Stinger or Mute go through a ribbon?
Too many to count.
Alright, Fizzle, meanwhile, is just... The allure of opening treasure chests is just too much. He has to know. It could be anything. It could be a master. There's a 7-level difference between the fighter and the Red Mage. Oh dear.
I mean, Red Mage is best mage, according to some people. Those people are not me. That is trademarked to somebody else. I think best mage is Knight.
I mean,
No, I take it back. It's Black Mage. It's Black Belt. Black Belt is best mage. He casts Punch. It's super effective.
Oh no, Fizzle.
Hey, he's got 20 softs. I think he's good this time.
Oh, it just keeps happening. I feel so bad.
Yeah, tonight was not Fizzle's day. Or night. Words are hard.
Just put this one in the old dumpster and forget about it. Brack in the Tiamat.
Meanwhile, Silverfyre just about to enter Topher. Under an hour and 5 minutes. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, just
get some gold bracelets here, and we're gonna be on the go.
Yeah, a little bit of housekeeping. It was kind of nice to see that just taking care of the pro rings and the golds in the menu before even getting into town.
Oh my god, the stun touch sorcerers. Why?
Oh no, Fizzle, no!
Why is everything so mean to him today? This is insane.
He's probably thinking, sitting down for this seed, you know, I had a kind of a rough go of Super Metroid and Link to the Past, and you know, it'll be enjoyable just to sit down and play a nice seed of FFR and then this.
Yeah, surely the game won't purple chest me. And yet, here we are. This might be worse than the purple chest. I mean, I guess he did kind of orphan a purple chest of sorts. They were just old man shaped in this game.
Alright, so Fizzle's turn across the bridge, no Warmech, and Syl is just with a head of steam. They are charging through Temple of Fiends right now. Alright, Fizzle making sure that the most important person in this party lives. Let's get some ruses out on that red mage.
And we've got some Gurmedusas who are afraid of fire.
Well, they know their elemental weakness as well, and unfortunately Syl has to sit there and watch all of this.
I think that's another FFR special. You know, you get your party of 7 monsters, and they all use a spell that just hits themselves and does nothing. So you just sit there. You get a stopwatch out, get some popcorn, and watch them cast spells at themselves.
I think my personal favorite of that is the pack of bad men with heal 3. So yeah, there was a vaguely lich-shaped speed bump, but Syl is just driven over the top of it. They're headed to the carry floor.
You know, people make jokes about blink and you'll miss it. I actually didn't see the lich fight. I looked away for a second, came back, and they were on the fire floor.
And now Fizzle gets trapped on a bridge. This is just everything is going wrong today. All right, Carrie leading out with Lit 2. Vorpal gonna do Vorpal things.
So 2 damage, 2 hits.
Oh, we got the 3 for 3.
Nice. Quad X coming out, well timed. And down goes Carrie.
Yeah, having the sense for when to use that spell is, I think you can kind of tell, which of the which runners have a better idea in their head of the vanilla HP totals. Because usually once you've done about vanilla HP to a boss, you're pretty likely to hit that quad X, and yeah, Syl timed it perfectly.
Yeah, I actually don't know the vanilla. I just like, as I'm playing, I have an intuition. Like, that looks like the right amount of HP. It's time to hit quad X.
Alright, so congratulations on your promotion, Black Mage. And we're throwing a fast charge out, just not messing around with this boss.
I personally like the nuke fight strats on Kraken the first time I pull them, because what's their vanilla HP, like 800?
Yeah, and that would have been a one-shot on vanilla HP, but this squid showed up pretty big, over somewhere over 1100.
Yeah, so I would have chosen the wrong strategy this time. Although, I mean, if you think about it, that was what, 1600 total? So 2 turns of nukes in a fight still may have killed it. Him? I don't know the gender of Kraken.
I don't know either. Now, what I'm curious about is if Syl moves the Vorpal.
Not yet.
All in on the Xcal strats, but with lots of nukes and fades, it should be fine. I like this move to ruse the white mage.
3 damage, Xcal doing Xcal things.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I am deathly afraid of with the Xcal is just plinking off of a boss that rolled 120 absorb.
Is Fizzle doing a Water Naga grind? Well, I guess that makes sense since his knight has been dead the whole time and all his XP's on the fighter.
He's back for revenge. Oh no, was that a Cure 4 I saw? Off T2?
Yep.
Oh no. Alright, well, at least the Power Gauntlet setup... Uh-oh, down goes the Black Mage. Yeah, the Power Gauntlet setup is going to pay off here. Did we... Yeah, just waiting on the mages. Okay.
And down goes Tia. Fizzle picking up some spells for his knight. Don't remember, did Syl do that?
Yes. So yeah, at 111 pulling Chaos, and I mean, even for casual viewers of this rando, they can, you can tell that's a real good time.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I called 110. But...
Oh gosh, yeah, this Chaos is very punchy. That is scary. Yeah, so Syl, I like what Syl's doing is trying to set up an evasion tank in the front row. Unfortunately, not going to work out here.
Yeah, that did not work.
6 hits, 884. That is an appreciable amount of damage, and yeah, this is looking pretty good, barring a really nasty crit.
And there it is. GG. Fizzle getting the bad news.
Yeah, get out your GGs for Syl. They finish with an SRL time of 1:13:02, scorching fast. And given that these flags, the flags this week have been running a little longer than the previous 4, an even more impressive victory.
And welcome, Syl.
Hello, hello.
What'd you think?
My heart is racing.
4, an even more impressive
That was
victory.
a tricky early
Welcome.
game that kind of
So-
just completely opened up.
What'd you think? So, yeah, you both hit go mode at the same time, but you had a 2-orb lead because Fizzle forgot the old men.
Forgot the old men.
Yeah, he went there on his way back from water. Actually, he went ice and then he went to volcano, and Fizzle's just had a real bad time. Everything has killed his night. If it
Oof.
just looked at him,
I don't even remember what the old men had.
they had the ruby, which
Oh, the ruby, which led to Key.
Yeah, and Key had all the loose
And
items.
Key
So.
had both loose items we cared about. Did he ever find the bottle?
No.
Okay. I mean, opal bracelet's not that important.
Yeah, I mean you had opal armor, so and gold bracelets.
Yeah. And ruse on the night.
Yeah, you don't really need it. So but you played really well. And
Yeah, I felt pretty good about how I played. There were some like minor mechanical mistakes, like forgetting to look in the magic shops in Crescent. Like I assumed I had at some point, I guess, and then like I checked the level 8 magic. It's like because I'm thinking it's like, oh, here's Fast and Temper. Wait, they're not here. They're both at level 6. Well,
yeah, I also thought you had checked them, and then when Fizzle went in much later, I was like, oh, I guess we didn't see we didn't see these because there's Fast and Temper just waiting for us.
yeah. So I mean, I did tick 25. So like, if Fast was at level 8, then I could have cast it. I did cast the level 8 Life 2.
And I think just having access to the white mage was pretty helpful throughout.
Oh, I loved the white mage in that seed.
Yeah, Fizzle unfortunately completely locked out of life with his party comp, so
Yep.
that was a real big swing in your favor from, I think, probably level 3 and 4 onwards.
Not only that, but like, you know, the white mage just was like nuking things down even before the black mage. The black mage was really able to do that because like when you kind of have such an easy overworld encounter table, you're not really picking up level 5. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the white mage was able to fade some trolls in the Crescent region.
Yeah, and I noticed you even went into Northwest a couple of times to wipe out some air groups. Just it looked like with the encounter manipulation that you were doing, you just skipped so many overworld fights that you need a little more experience.
Yeah, that's part of it, and part of it was that like, you know, I don't want to Dan a party member here the way I sometimes do. And at that time I was still thinking it's like I haven't seen Fast and Temper yet. So some of that was driven by the fact that it's like at that point I'm thinking Fast and Temper are level 7+. And well, mages are gonna need levels.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it looked like you were trying to Dan your red mage at one point, but
Yeah, I did.
cracking one-
I mean, she was dead all through Sky, and that helped me tick 25. And I mean, at some point, it's like, even though I didn't need it for fast and temper, like, the red mage doesn't have fast and temper. I think the red mage might have had temper, but like only one charge because red mages get so few high-level charges.
Yeah, and I think that was a pretty heads-up play to get levels on the mages that need the charges. I think the red mage was perfectly capable of contributing in a fight just with the fast and
Just by throwing nukes at everything, yeah. And like didn't need like at that once you get 6 of those 2 and 3s, it takes a long time before you start getting 7, 8, and 9. So like I'm not chasing after that either on the red mage.
So what is your philosophy on Vorpal versus Excal? I was curious if you were going to swap that out.
I was thinking about swapping. The main reason I didn't was that, oh, I have more tempers than I expected. So the Excal, once you temper it a few times, like, you don't need to fish for crits to get through the absorb because you just hit harder.
Yeah, and also finding the power gauntlet seemed to...
Exactly, the power gauntlet's part of that too. If I didn't have the power gauntlet, I definitely would have been Vorpaling there.
Right, so we've got Fizzle on the water floor right now, throwing out that fade on the knight there. But yeah, I have to say, overall, from everything that I saw, that was, you know, a well-routed, well-executed seed, so congratulations to you.
Yeah, same. You put up a very good time. Would beat most people, I think, in that seed, so...
Yeah, I felt especially good about like my overworld movement, where it's like, I'm not even seeing the flash for encounters or anything. It's just like, no, just go. Except in places where it's like, yeah, I actually want to fight something. Which was, I think, how I ended up finally killing the red mage, was like, yeah, I'm just running around without doing the save manip.
Just where are those ankylos?
I know, right? Oh god, those ankylos gave me a heart attack. The red ankylos gave me a heart attack the one time I had to deal with them.
They did not skip leg or arm day, did they?
Right, it was deep in Ice Cave, so it's like I cleared most of Ice Cave, and I'm like, I have one level 5 charge on this white mage. It's gonna go to exit. We're gonna gamble on the last 5 chests not being anything.
Yeah, and I think that's a gamble that you just have to make.
You wipe in, like, you know, those 2 characters wipe in the remainder of Ice Cave, and it's over. Like, I lose the race most likely.
So here we go, Fizzlebeef pulling Kraken right now. The Kraken throws out a rub.
Yeah, I love seeing the rub there too.
Oh gosh, 300 damage on the red mage.
I don't know if you noticed, I had my white mage ruse here.
Yeah, I thought that was
nobody else needs to survive. Like, I wasn't even rusing the fighter because the fighter is just like super tanky and probably just gonna survive a hit. But the white mage must live.
Yeah, it was a really heads up play. I mean, no defense or protect the.
I mean, I had ruses on the knight too, so like I wasn't worried about no defense sword or no white shirt. But it's the white mage that needs to be saved there, because like the even if the fighter goes down, I can, like, everyone else in my party can just pull out all the nukes.
Yeah, and I think with only one life caster as well, becomes more critical to.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just do not want to be caught out going for an aggressive strategy and just getting back road.
Yeah, huge fan of Ruse because of that. Like, it's more powerful than any other single spell at being like, I need my life caster to survive.
I don't know, with enough nukes, you can just keep everyone alive.
Not against a first round 10 or 11 hit Kraken like I've had the last 2 races.
Yeah, any of the fiends, you know, barring Lich, can do some nasty physical damage.
Oh, also
You
this
just never
Tiamat
know.
is rude. There it is. Yep.
Yes.
There's
Yep.
the cure for. Oh, that made me feel so bad. Especially when you're like throwing nukes at something and you're starting to run out of charges.
Unfortunately, you were also setting up at the same time, so it wasn't.
Yeah, I had done some temper, so it's like, okay, that's fine. I'll just power bonk 1 or 2 more times with a knight and just slice it down that way. But I also seen like a 3-hit 3 damage on the test swing round 1. So I was a little nervous.
Yeah, Tia can roll some serious absorb, but we have Fizzle through now. Alright, setting up the ruse charges, which is pretty good given how punchy this chaos is. Unfortunately, no fast.
And missed.
Wow. Alright, gets a lock 2 off before that poor red mage keels over.
Being the MVP of the whole seed for Fizzle.
Red mage having enough HP to... there's a nuclear. I didn't see that.
I didn't see anything other than punching, but it's like, Chaos punches 2 turns in a row, and I'm like, okay, Chaos is mostly gonna care about punching. I'm just gonna make sure my knight can like be healthy enough and just keep swinging out the damage, because like I felt like Fizzle had to be right behind me there.
Yeah, it looked like you were trying to set up the red mage as an evasion tank, but just got bad turn order on it.
Yeah, kind of. It's like, okay, I'll throw a ruse up, because it's a, the other thing about ruse is it's a quick animation, so I don't feel as bad about casting it superfluously the way you kind of like throw your white shirt up and it's like do-do-do, 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 do-do-do.
Yeah, I think that's something that single target in Biz also doesn't get credit for, is just how much quicker the animation is. You only really need one person to live. And Fizzle lives.
GG Fizzle.
Yeah, finishing out with an SRL time of 125.50, which is also incredibly good for this flag set. Just Fizzle ran into a buzzsaw.
Yeah, our loose items were not very loose. I did get a little nervous with the key locked floater, because I had done something else before. Like, I think I went and sailed to like what did I do? No, it wasn't sailing Ice and Volcano. I had done something else besides sail to Corneria, and I don't remember what it was. Was it just grinding on airs? Maybe it was just grinding on airs.
Yeah, you took 2 air fights or 3 air fights before that, but GG Fizzle. So what'd you think?
Well, once I saw that that a jet route existed and was findable if you didn't spear off into the middle of nowhere like a dum-dum, I had a feeling I was behind.
Yeah, so did you forget the old men, or was that a conscious decision?
That was a conscious decision. I decided at some point prior to this, I was just like, you know what? Everything is always great if you do the northern continent as soon as possible. And the route existed to do it like as soon as I hit Elfland, pretty much. And it was just like, hey, we're at the southern dock. We got a canoe. We have levels ? And we have offensive magic. Let's do this. This will pay off. It did not pay off.
That's an interesting decision tree that, like, I understand why you would make that decision.
Yeah, I wish I got more out of it than I did.
Yeah, we were kind of hoping that you would stop in at Crescent Lake on the way back from the northern continents to and the ruby would funnel you in the right direction, but it just did not happen.
Well, yeah, at that point it became unfortunate arithmetic, because like as I'm leaving Waterfall, it's like, all right, I could go this direction and do Crown, Crystal, Loop to Ice. That's 3 incentives, or I can drive way out of my way and go get the Old Man, which is 1 incentive. Oops.
Yeah, and that's not even talking about all the other bad luck you ran into where your knight would not stay alive.
I mean, I got a level 30 Red Mage of Destiny out of it. That was neat.
Yeah, they were able to survive a 400 damage punch from gas.
Yeah.
I think we enjoyed the most the when you ran out of softs on Bridge of Destiny.
Oh my god.
That was probably my favorite part of the whole seed.
I saw the glance there, but I think I just had an Aegis shield on, so it didn't do anything.
Yeah, the lobsters were not they were not playing nice this seed.
I was talk about a roller coaster of emotions. It was on the way to Kraken 1. Like, what? My knight gets glanced. My knight died or was incapacitated by everything this seed. So, and I open my inventory and I have 1 softness, just like, ha, I have the 1 soft. I'm on Kraken floor. This will be fine. Next fight, knight and black mage get stoned, and it's just like, oh, all right. Okay, red mage, it's your turn again.
Yeah, at least you got some revenge with Brack.
It's just one of those rare times that I actually bought a stack of 10 softs.
Mm-hmm.
Then I proceed to never get anyone turned to stone the entire seed.
Mm-hmm. I bought 20 because I was mad.
Well, I mean, like I bought it like just at the beginning of the race when we kind of had like a reasonable amount of money, and like,
oh yeah,
they were cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll grab some and make sure it isn't a problem when I'm grabbing my pure potions.
Yeah, I held on to my cash in the off chance that vendor item was in Provoca and something I wanted. Oops.
So yeah, interestingly enough, you were Fizzle. You were also the first person in go mode by 5 seconds.
Yeah, I think I flew all the way to Cardia before I actually did the mental arithmetic. It's just like, wait, I don't need to do slab turn in. I don't need these 2 loose. I don't need anything. I can just go. This is, oh boy, if Syl did this.
Turn in right before Waterfall, and then I was pretty happy to have the power bonk, and a little nervous
Mm-hmm.
that like maybe I'm gonna have to go fishing for that bottle into Rod.
Mm-hmm.
But no, didn't have to go fishing.
Yeah, and team speed and power unfortunately locked out of life.
It's fine. Well, how likely is it that my party members are going to die every 5 seconds anyway?
Welcome to
It's
FFR.
more likely than you think.
So I think that about does it. Syl, you have made it to 4-2. Good luck in the playing race.
Oh, I really want to make brackets. I really want to make brackets. I really don't want to choke on the play-in race. That happened to me in 2018.
And then Fizzle, you are in the last chance qualifier. I wish you the best of luck in that. That is a veritable rogues gallery of folks that are going to be running that.
Scrub Data 2 tournaments in 2 days. Let's go!
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Did you know the old man that hands out the incentive in Crescent Lake is also named Gary?
Hate.
Yeah, Fizzle. Starting with you. Any final thoughts?
Sometimes you can be a victim of your own genius.
And Sil?
Just gotta go fast, put the pedal on, and go. Also, white mages. Don't sleep on white mages.
All right. And my co-commentator, Wappy. Anything else to close this out?
I'm busy coughing.
Well, I hope you feel better, and but thank you very much for roping me into doing commentary for this.
Yeah, it was fun. I feel like you're my official commentary partner. I think my last 4 commentaries have been with you, so just keep the streak alive, and this is fun.
Yeah, it's always a good time. I hope we can do this again during brackets too, when you're feeling a little better.
I'm not necessarily sick. I have an autoimmune disease. This just comes and goes. So,
Uh-huh.
But good luck to everybody else still in the tournament, and let's have a good night.
All right, before we close things out here, just thanks to Demarine for doing some tracking, or excuse me, for doing the restream, and to Leggy for doing the tracking. And looks like we're rating Randomania 4. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I hope you have a good evening.